Hey Luna, where you at? Well, what's the story, everybody? Who'd have thunk it that Glenn Cerio would make a great comeback? Now, I will just say this: having been away from YouTube a little bit over the past month or so, being a little bit sick and had a lot going on basically, and yeah, I didn't realize until a couple of days ago that Glenn had put up like a kind of a shorter video, and now here we are with a longer one. Now here's the thing: I honestly didn't expect Glenn to get back. I thought maybe his court stuff or his carers or whoever is involved in his life would have stopped it. Like I really don't know. Can I get a Luna? Can I get a super fat? That's awful. So last summer, can I get a Luna from everybody in the side chat? Now, if you're very, very good and you behave yourselves, I might play my Glenn Serio supercut music video, and I will see how we go. Unfortunately, I can't help it, Jake, with the storm at the moment. Just to explain what happened with the why I was late to my show. With the storm, we're having a pretty bad storm down this way at the moment, and yeah, it's next to impossible to kind of time things properly, basically. So this show might cut in and out from time to time. It seems to be pretty stable now, so we'll see how well it goes. Stephen Kane says, Luna, send me 200 shamrocks. Let's see if we can get 200 shamrocks. Oh, shit. Do you have a Glen Serio music video? Johnny O from the plot hole, if that is your real name. Paul, good to see you watching from Queensland, Australia. Costello, don't even start, man. You big Tipperary head, you. Fucking breeze. It's not a breeze. It's blowing up a typhus out there. Before we continue, Lana Hader, good to see you, says, oh, thank feckin' goodness, pain bad, some Irish demon is just what'll help. Well, I hope I can help. I really, really do. And I'm sorry to hear that you're going through some pain there. Bryce and Evie in New Zealand for $2 New Zealand dollars, or kind of Australia dollars, as I like to call them, says, old smelly back on the streets. Uh-oh. Yeah, waddling along. I actually just got a notification a minute ago that Johnny O from the plot hole has actually got a video covering this as well. So definitely check that out. I'm going to check that out here in a bit. Hold on, let me. So of course my internet caught halfway through doing something and it kind of messed everything up. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Good to see you, Bryce and Evie. Hope you're doing well down there. Idol 8 for $5 says Dummy Kruger just put out a great video of Glenn hurling racial slurs at a black cop. Yeah, I've seen that video in the past, and it's yeah, he's just a vile human being. For those of you who are watching who don't know who he is, he's this guy. He's a kind of an, I don't know if you could even call him an auditor, really. He doesn't really audit. He just goes out and acts like a complete dickhead. And yeah, we were doing a live stream one night where we were just mocking his ass while he was live. We were restreaming his live stream. And he got arrested live on the air, and it was fucking epic. It was epic. We had an amazing stream. It was one of the best streams I've ever done. And that's a really good point, Matthew Forrest. No one really actually audits. But yeah, it was without a doubt one of the best streams that I've ever done. And yeah, it's just, it was great. It was really, really fun. And he got arrested live on the air. And the famous moment was the uh-oh moment. The uh-oh. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was epic. But yeah, so he has a video up. Now, I haven't even watched the video. I just thought there's going to be juice in it. Ugh. Glenn Serio and juice in the same sentence is quite something. Kim Martin says you can't arrest the God. So there's a really funny part in his live stream, and I'll play some of it there for you later, maybe if I can find it. He was like, gods can't be arrested, guys, calling himself a god. He was like, gods can't be arrested, guys, and then was promptly arrested. It was fucking beautiful. Sorry for swearing, but there's no other words. The uh-oh was amazing. So he's standing at the gate of the police station. He's like, gods can't be arrested, guys. And then the cops start coming towards him. He just goes, uh-oh. It was, oh my God. It was one of the funniest moments that I think I've ever been involved in. Actually, I'm going to see if I can play that, then I will. Hold on. Let me just. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I got my loopback audio on right now. Hold on. I don't know if you guys heard that. Uh-oh there. Wait. No, you didn't. Hold on. I know why. There we go. All right. Let's.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there it is. I knew it would get it working. But yeah, so just as the cops are coming towards him, he's like, they're never going to arrest me, guys. They're just not going to come up. Uh-oh. It was a thing of beauty, actually. It was quite something. He does have balls. I'll give him that. Yeah, no, he's got balls. They're just really stupid balls. High Flyer loves us down there in Pyongyang, North Korea. Signed, the Supreme Leader. That's wicked. I always wanted to go there. Always wanted to go there. All right, let me grab a couple of these super chats here, and then we get into the video. It's quite funny, actually. So we got bacon head eating for fun for £2. Says Rock on Demon. Make it wear tonight. Thank you so much, my friend. Really good to see you here. And PhD Tony. Have I ever heard of it? That name rings a bell. Something about sparklers and not having a beard. For $5 Aussie says Irish Demon is a great way to help cope with the pain. Nothing distracts better than a more intense agony. Oh, for fuck's sake. 15,000 miles away and he still roasts me at any given chance. And do you know what? The simple fact of the matter is there is literally nobody on our fair planet that can roast somebody in a way that PhD Tony does, which makes you feel like you're being roasted and educated at the same time, which is terrifying. Ed Dafford for $5 says, everybody watch your legs. They are about to get swept. Oh, yeah. I'll sweep your leg. And then we have Gamer Kane has become a new member. Thank you so much, Gamer Kane. Great to have you. And Merlin FL23, I'm guessing that's Florida 23 for $4.99 says, yo, dude, how's it going? Fucking love your streams. They're awesome. Here's some petty cash. Love it. Petty cash. Have a drink on me. Thank you so much, indeed. The petty super chats, they're just, they're a thing of beauty because it pisses them off. And we all know who them is. Merlin, Slancha, I've got a whiskey and Coke on at the moment. Slancha, buddy, appreciate it. You know it's going to be a good night when there's more whiskey than Coke in your whiskey and Coke. That's quite something. Blast Chambers says Glenn is a biohazard. Oh, yeah. Glenvid19. And then we have Paul Room Moore over there in Scottish land says for $1.79, you cannot polish a turd. Why should he stop? You know what? You're absolutely right. Just leave him have at it for our entertainment. He's like a court jester, but just not smart. Gamer came for $2 says, my dad let me have Gmail so I can talk. That's awesome. Good to have you here, buddy. I think that's our buddy Kane, right? Is that our little poet buddy Kane? I think it is. Can we get a whole load of purple hearts in the side chat for our buddy Kane? The absolutely awesome poet. Like, I mean, amazing. Who would win in a fight? Glenn, Cerio, or Chili? Well, do you know what? You know what? Let's put that up to a vote. Hold on. My friend asked me earlier if I could do polls on here, and I said I can. Who would win in a fight? Glenn or Chili? Hold on. I'm a slow typer, guys. I don't know what to tell you. And I can't type and talk at the same time, which is a lie because I literally just did that. Kind of a big deal. Not everybody can just talk and type. It's not like, it took a long time for me to learn how to do that. Wow, that's a lot of purple hearts, guys. Thank you so much indeed. Really appreciate that. All right, so you're going to see in the side chat right now, we got a poll going. Who would win in a fight between Glenn Cerio and Chili? Is it A, Society, B, Glenn, or C, Chili? And I want to get some reasons why in the side chat. I want to get some reasons why. I'd say I'd win because if they were going to fight, I would be there. Oh, I'd be there with bells on. I mean, and I'd probably get stuck into it with somebody. There's no doubt about it. I think Society would win as a whole for a number of reasons. One of them will get their ass handed to them, win for Society. And also, can you imagine the amazing YouTube material that we would get out of such an incredible meeting of two titans, right? Am I right? Titans. Oh, God. Colin, definitely not Cromwell. Good to see you, buddy. Says Glenn because Chili won't show up. Hey, that's a fair point. Also, maybe neither, because neither of them will be able to show up. Glenn physically won't be able to get there, And I've got a feeling that that other arsehole will just run away despite his high knee pressure. Bryson Evie in New Zealand has been a member for 2 months. And a sadistic sergeant that says, woo, damn, that's been a lot of laughs. I'm going for Glenn the Stink would knock out Chili before he arrived. I don't know. I saw Chili wear the same disgusting shirt while he was shitting out his mouth and his arse for a week in Colombia. And yeah, wearing that same shirt that whole time. I don't know, man. I feel like there could be a bit of a stink show there either way. I think literally that would have to be done outside. There's no way you could bring that into any kind of a covered stadium or an arena or anything like that. No fucking way. Tina Slay, good to see you, my love. I hope you're doing really well out there. Absolutely, get in touch. Hey, leg sweepers on Chain America, good to see you. Glenn the janitor Cerio, he sweeps the legs. I like it. I like that a lot. Battle of high blood pressure patients. It'd actually be just a fight to wait and see which one would just pass out first. That's essentially what we're looking at here. All the food is going into one person and out of the other. Gross. I agree, Haley. Society is the true winner. And thank you so much for your lovely Christmas card, by the way. I really do appreciate it. It was absolutely lovely. I mean, that's true. They might just get on like a house on fire and end up just cuddling it out. Just saying. Good to see you, Christina. I hope you're doing really well down there. Let me see. All right. Okay. So we're going to get stuck into this video. Again, now, I don't know what happens in it. I don't know if it's even worth watching, but I still feel like it's going to be worth watching in any event. So now, wait a second. Just fair warning for anybody who doesn't know who Glenn Cerio is or hasn't had the pleasure of his company, like definitely just digitally, because you do not want to be near that stank machine in real life. His voice is quite irritating. So just please prepare yourselves for that. Oh, Dr. Nimrod, that one's for you.
All
right. Actually, real quick before we do, because I don't want to get backed up on these, I'm just going to read these out real quick. Teresa Brewer, great to see you, for £5, says, I've torn through my Achilles ligament and resting up. You're just what I needed. Thank you so. You know what? You're just what I needed too. Teresa, it's great to see you popping up here in the side chat. It really, really is. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate all the support over the last few years. Dr. Nimrod has become a new channel member. And for everybody who becomes a new channel member, they're going to get a very special. Oh, shit. That never gets old. Baconhead eating for fun for £2 says, another Guinness night. Oh, yeah, baby. I got the Guinness hat on. I'm all out of Guinness, but I do have the Guinness hat on. Paul Rumor Fraser for 179 says, lol, put the two in the same room and bring popcorn. I don't know. I feel like I'd lose my appetite if I had to look at the two of those in the same room or smell them. Okay, I need whiskey to make that okay. Sláinte. Kimmy Dawn for $5 says, I need that toboggan on your head. Daddy Demon with the gorgeous, sexy Irish beard. That's what I'm talking. It's a bit messy today now. I've got no product in it. Sandy D is just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much indeed. Stephen Kane got one. Brooke got one. Michelle got one. Brian Powell got one. And Insane Angel got one. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. And then we have some guy in Australia. I don't know. Oh, that's that religious pastor guy, I think. PhD Tony. What's the PhD stand for? Pretty hairy dick Tony for 5 Aussie dollars says, this fight has to happen. The marketing value for diabetes awareness. Fucking love this guy. Mental disability and drug prevention program is priceless. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm just telling you what, like, Tony, can you imagine what it would look like seeing those two? Like, it would be like a walrus fighting I was going to say a man-sized penis, just a human shape-ish penis-looking thing, weird veiny ball sack skin versus that walrus smelly-ass bitch. Oh, God. I never knew you could smell thoughts, right? But I just did, and it is not nice. It's like somebody... No, actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say what it smells like. Tat Mad Kate for $2 says, it would be who takes the phone out of other to win. Can you imagine them, Kate? Can you imagine them auditing each other? Oh my Lanta. I would love to see that. Linda McCracken says, I know it's cold in Ireland now, but still regret GPS that took us hours out of the way. Miss a great seafood dinner. And in Cork, well, that's where I live. I love Cork. Cork's the greatest place on earth. I have rated charming hours on the road. We're too tired to go back. I tell you what, I love being back in Ireland. I love this country. I love the people here. I love the culture here. It's an amazing place. It really is. It's got its downfalls for sure. But it is an incredible country, and I'm really glad you liked it. Andrew Kneedle has been a member of the Savage Sergeants for 4 months. He said, just want you to hear you say my name in your accent. Hold on. We're going to give you a very special first and foremost. Wait. There we go. That was for Andrew Kneedle. I hope I said that right. Needle, I think. Andrew Kneedle. Is it a silent K? Or is it a straight up hard K, like Kneedle? Anyway, alrighty. So we've got, let me see here now. Blind advocate. I like that idea. That's hey, if there's some of that donut left over at the end, like, you know what I mean? Out There Associates has become a YouTube channel member. Thank you so much indeed. And everybody else who becomes a member will get an as well. Mr. Binklesworth, good to see you, says, for $2, it would be a slap fight. I don't know, man. I'm not being mean, but I don't know that Glenn would have the range of mobility to slap. I'm just saying. And Chili's little arms like a T-Rex. We got Paul Rumore Fraser for 179 says, PhD Tony, exactly, and a big poo. I hope you're not calling my main man PhD Tony a big poo. I'm just saying. Or is it the big hairy dick thing? Wait, no. The pretty hairy dick? I can't even remember what it was, but either way, it was hilarious, I'm sure. Angler's Rest does have the best seafood in Cork. However, if you want to find some of the greatest seafood in Ireland, Dingle in County Kerry. So many great places there. Right, let's get stuck into this video. I have no idea what it's about, but we'll see how it goes.
Bad accident here. Wow.
Okay, going to pause real quick. Is that Glenn? Hold up a second. Is that Glenn right there? Or is that an acquaintance, or what's the deal there? We're like 4 seconds in. I just want a little bit of information here. He's wearing the Tripolowskis on his foot. For those of you who don't know, look it up. Tripolowski means 3 stripes. Anyway, he got the Tripolowskis on, but I don't know if that's Glenn or not. What do you guys? It is a bit faster than Glenn. It's a waddle, but it's an Olympic waddle. You know what I'm saying? It's not just your standard, going into Walmart waddle, which I learned was actually a thing the last few times I was in the States. Myself and Colin went to Walmart. He actually mentioned that to me today. He was like, I'm going to your favorite place, Walmart. I was like, oh, fuck, I miss Walmart. What a place. What a place, man. Most Walmarts are bigger than cities in this country. Good to see you, Leducator. Is it Mrs. Cerio? Oh, there's a scary thought. There is a scary thought. All righty, let's continue watching. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's the Glenster or not. I don't. It's fun trying to figure it out. I'm sure, some of you probably already know, and I'm sure some have already answered. But anyway, we're going to end this poll over here. It seems society would win in the event of a Chile versus Glen Cerio fight. But anyway. Now I'm no cunning linguist. Well, maybe I am, ladies. But okay, so now I know Johnny O from the Plot Hole is an English major. I, however, am not. But I would say that my ability to read English would indicate that this right here is not how you spell fuck though. So it says fvk the or pais or pals. So fvk the pals. We have a lyrical mastermind over here. Whoever wrote this, go find them, because we may have just unearthed the new William Shakespeare. Okay, look, I'm not trying to be big about it or like trying to make a big deal about it, but whoever wrote that right there is a mastermind. So just remember, Fovka the Pals. Okay, whatever you do, Fovka the Pals. Anyway, moving on. So I don't see any pals here at the moment. Just fur fratters doing something with a car over here. Okay, so obviously we have somebody stuck in a vehicle here after a pretty bad crash. Okay, I personally think, now obviously this is already out there, so I don't think me sharing it's going to make much of a difference. But you know, this is a person in a very precarious situation right now. Okay, so this is somebody who potentially has injuries. Hopefully not. I mean, it could be just a case that whatever way the car is, that you know, maybe they're not injured but just stuck, and that does happen. It's happened to me before. But like, this is a very personal situation that this person's in right now. They don't need these asshats filming them. So I'm going to leave it on small screen right now, so like it's not obvious.
Oh my God, wow.
You get to do the mile, right? Where's the respect for the individual in the vehicle? You know, like, these are firefighters right here, and probably some EMTs and stuff like that. I think I see one cop in the background there. No, that's another firefighter. So why are we auditing firefighters? Why? They're going out there every day saving hundreds of lives. My brother was a firefighter. He saved thousands of lives in his career. If you just put that into perspective, each and every person there, man or woman or whatever, how many is there? There's like 8 of them there. Can you think collectively how many lives these people right here have saved? And there's been some of them lost in the process of saving other people's lives, right? So these are heroes. Like, I'm not being hyperbolic about that. I'm being dead set serious. Like, these guys right here are heroes. And then you have this asshole going out there filming it. Why? Leave them do their job. Don't be distracting them. They've got a very important job to do. Just leave them alone. Just walk along, leave them do their thing, and have a bit of respect for the person in the vehicle. It's not that hard.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Jaws of life.
Skip it on here because he's fucking zooming in on this poor guy. Like, that's just completely unnecessary. It's unkind. It's like, whatever. Yeah, it's in public, so he's technically got a right to film it. But where's the human decency in this? Exactly. What, like, any respectable, this is what Alex Sargent's saying here. Any respectable human being, and that's where you've lost Glenn Cerio, would turn the camera off at that moment. Absolutely. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable that you would do this.
Oh, he's gonna check his documents.
Oh shit, sorry guys. All right, so now he's interacting with them while they're working. That's great.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
How would it feel if that was your family member?
I would want them to record it and document it for their.
Oh, what an asshole. So the firefighter there said, how would you feel if that was your family member? I'll tell you how I'd feel if that was my family member, if it means anything to anybody. I'd be devastated that somebody would have that level of disrespect for another human being in such a traumatic situation. Right? It's as simple as that. Like that it comes down to basic human decency, which is something that we all know Glenn doesn't have. He is disgusting in how he treats people. We did a live stream here one day where he was so disgusting to a woman, and we found out where she was at, and we sent her flowers and gifts and things like that. It was lovely. So we made the bad thing become a good thing. Like, he has no respect for this other human being who has done nothing to him in a time of absolute terror. It's disgusting. And then he tries to claim that he would want it to be filmed and documented. Why? What good is that? Yeah, Officer Ball, that's right.
Insurance company.
The insurance company, you think that's the company?
No, it's not.
Fuck out of here. Stop feeling it right now because I don't look at this. Now we can go all on. Okay, apparently my audio is all fucked up. Give me one sec. Okay, I think I should be back a little bit better now. Apparently my audio is all messed up there. Yeah, you didn't miss anything. Can you guys hear me now? You didn't miss anything.
Hearst jars of life. Wow. Hearst. They have the whole kit. What were you checking on your undercarriage?
What's that?
What were you checking for your undercarriage?
See this back axle?
Yeah.
On the other corner, it's all for screws. So the holds the spring
Right.
for the axle to the frame.
It's broke. Oh shit. Damn. These are tough rigs. So for that to happen, man, that.
He hit it with some force.
Oh yeah.
You can see plastic all the way underneath.
Yeah, I see it. Yep. Wow. These dump trucks are made to be strong. They're steel.
Yeah, no
So
shit,
he must have been going
Sherlock.
60 or something. I mean.
Thank you for that, Marsha. Good to see you, Sherry Feeney. Absolutely, lemon tart, 100%. Johnny O from the Plot Hole has been a member for a whopping 22 months. Says this video is a lot of an ass being an ass. Oh yeah, fucking A. All right, let's continue on a little bit. Then we catch some super chats. We get right back to it. Very good point, Irene.
Air. Jesus.
Water press right there.
That's like gotta be at least 60 miles an hour. You see the Sawzall too? There's a Sawzall, Jaws of Life.
Yeah, exactly, Keith. Based on what? Purple Rain has been a member for 2 months. Says, love the Irish Demon. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I would, Odin, to be quite honest. Odin makes a very good point there. That's a very good question. Says, would you be pissed if it was the normal media filming it too? I actually kind of would, to be quite honest with you. It depends. It does depend, of course, on the scenario or why. If it's a serious matter of public interest, then okay, I would understand it. I wouldn't be happy. But you know, I would understand, but this is not a regular member of the media. This guy provides nothing but absolute bollocks. So no, I do get the question. I do understand the question, but the difference is no, I wouldn't be too happy about it unless it was a serious matter of public interest. Other than that, no, I wouldn't be happy about them filming it either, or at least doing it in a respectful way, on like zooming in on the man, which is so fucked up. Like that's so horrible to do that to somebody. So yeah, there is definitely a major difference, but I do get what you're asking though. I think a lot of people share the same sentiment, it seems. Alan says normal media wouldn't film in that direction. They would be pointing the other way. Lemon Tart says normal media would have way more respect. Glenn does not have a drop of responsibility in his body or decency. Absolutely right, Costello, you big Tipperary head. Exactly. Plot Hole says the normal media shows up after the driver is secured. All right, while we're watching, I'm going to grab some of these super chats. Andrew, hold on. Nidal says, pronounced Nidal, long I. I got a regular sized eye. I don't know what you're talking about. Andrew Nidal, thank you so much indeed. I appreciate that.
Yeah, is that, what channel is that?
I'm not sure.
You missed the good part.
The good part, really? A-hole?
He's an asshole.
Okay. Why is he an asshole? Glenn Cerio, you piece of shit. How about that? Let me grab a few of these super chats before I get bogged down here. My Big Daddy sent me $2 to try to get me to say, my Big Daddy. No doubt about it. Good to see you, buddy. Mr. Binglesworth, $2 says, he waddles like a Batman villain. He's like the penguin, only worse somehow. Teresa Brewer for £5 says, don't forget, Glenn can't see his meat and two veg, so he won't be riding high anytime soon. Now, thank you so much, the lovely Teresa Brewer, for putting the image of Glenn Serio's twig and berries in my head. Thank you very much indeed. Evelyn Garrison sends $2. Thank you so much, Evelyn. Really appreciate it. Paul Rumor Fraser for $1.79 says, I think they cloned Glenn. Impossible, like impossible. I refuse to believe it. Blue Bear One, good to see you, my brother, for $10 says, Irish Demon, just because you can doesn't mean you should. What if the family has not been notified and it finds out by this video? Can you imagine the trauma that this will cause the family? Nailed it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's one thing to come from a news crew, but to come from this independent journalist, yeah, totally different. No, I couldn't agree more, 100%. And thank you so much for the super chat. Phil for $1.99 says he had to apologize to her as part of his probation. That was the funniest thing ever, that he actually had to apologize to Officer Ball. It was hilarious. She was really, really cool. Shay 2 says court paperwork says he's 5'10" and 220 pounds. Now, far be it for me to body shame anybody about their size, because I was what can only be described as a large gentleman, a gentleman of size, I think is how certain people on media would have me say it. I was what's the technical term? A lard ass. I was a big lad, and I wasn't ashamed of it. I was happy to be a big boy, but I'm happy no matter what way I am. But straight up, 220 pounds, bro. Come on, man. Let's be real here. Let me get your guesses in the side chat what you genuinely think Glenn will weigh. Because I know when I was at my biggest, I wouldn't have even been as heavy as him. And I know lads that are way heavier than Glenn, but are also much taller. So I don't know, man. 220 pounds? Yeah, a big fella, a big boy. Damn right, California Dreamer. And there's nothing wrong with being big. Like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being big. But it's just when he calls other people fat and stuff like that, I'm like, glass houses, bro. Like, you know, glass houses. And I'm just saying, I would say he's a cool 350, if not more. And I was. So, I mean, I'm not going to shit on him for that. Like, don't get me wrong. But 220? Come on, man. One of my favorite names in the world right there, Maeve. Such a beautiful name. Says 325. I would say more, because I was easily 325, if not more. And he's definitely bigger than I ever was. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a really tough one. There's no way he's 5'10", because I measured myself today and I'm 5'11". So there's no fucking way that he's 5'10". No way. No way. Gravity don't work that way, bro. All right. Thank you so much for that, Shay, too. Really appreciate it. And we've got, let me see. Jay Vers, good to see you, my friend, says, when I get a new mixing board, I'm going to send you my Studio V3. That would be absolutely amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Thank you so much indeed. And then we have Sandy D for $5 says, thank you for minimizing the screen and allowing some privacy for the victim. Absolutely. Like, you know, again, the reality is that he does have a right to be out there and he does have a right to film. And as Blue Bear said earlier, just because you can doesn't mean you should. You have the right to, but it doesn't mean that you have to go out there and exercise that right. You just take it easy and give people a bit of a break. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's just how that goes. Yeah, it's just nasty. So yeah, minimizing the screen is probably the best thing to do. I don't think blacking it out or anything is necessary, because you can't really see a whole lot there. And if people wanted to, they could see it anyway. But yeah, just minimize it. Just give a bit of privacy. That's all it takes. But thank you so much for that, Sandy D. Much obliged. Paul Rumor Fraser from Scotland for $4.49 says, there are so many Glens out there who are simply numb to the sense of humanity. We are surrounded. Alas, education doesn't work on those school dropouts. The only thing I'd correct you on there, Paul, is to be a school dropout, you would have first had to attend school, which I just can't believe he has at any point at all. But anyway, thank you so much for that, Paul. Really appreciate it, my friend. Bacon Head Eating for Fun for £5 says, use the hose on Glenn. He needs a bath. There is not enough water in the world to use a hose on Glenn to clean him off. And I'm not talking about his physical stature. just purely the amount of pure unadulterated stank that you would have to wash off. It's just not possible. I am sorry to break that to you. Katja and Frankenfurter for €5 says, these guys are clearly demented. Please don't show this. Well, I do still think it's important to show this, right? And I appreciate where you're coming from. Don't get me wrong. The reason I think it's important to show this kind of thing is because you have to sometimes display badness in order to stop people from doing it. You have to give an opportunity for people to go, yeah, no, I'm not doing that shit. Now, I've had this happen countless times, where somebody's been like, oh shit, I didn't realize how bad these guys were. It was more so back in the day of the flat earth stuff, to be fair. It was more common that people go, holy shit, like I did not realize how bad these people were. And it did actually change a lot of people's perspective. So I do think it's important to display the shitty stuff, but minimize it like that. Just, give a bit of privacy. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it goes. The plot hole says, alrighty, I must be off. Cheers to everyone. Thank you so much, Johnny. I hope you're doing really well out there, buddy. We'll catch up in the next few days as well. Marsha says, but did your clothes fit you properly? Here's the thing. Glenn Cerio is a big lad, right? And let's not beat around the bush. He's a big lad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it because he'd probably eat that too. No, that's super mean. I'm allowed to say that. I was big myself. It's part of the rules. You know how it goes. But no, seriously. There's one video where he got arrested where he was wearing a well-fitting raincoat. Great. From the waist up, he looked large, like he's a plus-sized gent, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. However, where it went horribly downhill, was his choice to wear a size 8 ladies' yoga pants. Excuse the pun, but big mistake. And flip-flops, or thongs for those of you in Australia. Very confusing the first time I went to Australia when I realized that thongs were not kind of knickers that you have up your arse, but you wear them on your feet. And he was like, I can't find me thongs. I was like, you wear thongs? I mean, like, I don't kink shame, bro. But I didn't expect 6'4" Davey from Western Australia to be wearing a thong. But, you do you, boo-boo. And then he told me he wears them on his feet. And I was like, okay, now we're getting into some weird kinky territory. And then it was explained to me that thongs in Australia are in fact flip-flops or pluggers. But anyway, don't know how I got onto that. I literally don't know how I got onto that. But this is my brain. Welcome to my world. Welcome to the party. Stephen Kane says, I must confess to an Irish demon addiction, but refuse to go into rehab. That's kind of like being addicted to fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. Thank you so much, my friend. TK Teller Mac has become a new member. Thank you so much indeed. And I believe he became a general. That's epic. Thank you so very much indeed. I really appreciate that. Paul Rumor Fraser for 449 says, indeed, Blue Bear, Glenn estimating the speed is a case of hashtag Dunning-Kruger effect, like every single frauditor. Absolutely. Glenn estimating the speed is something I can't imagine why anybody would take that as serious at all. Like, who the fuck would care what Glenn thinks? It's just funny. Brooke says, size 8, those were XXXXL leggings. I mean, they may well have been. Look who it is, lads and lassies. I tell you what, it is an absolute pleasure to see the wonderful Michael Bowman in the side chat for $20. Thank you so much indeed. Says, miss saying hi. Hi. Short and sweet. I love it. Michael Bowman, I hope you're doing really well out there, my friend. It's absolutely great to see you popping up in the side chat. It really is a pleasure. Thank you so much indeed. We got Dr. Nimrod, might be 40. Are we saying happy birthday to Dr. Nimrod? Is that what's going on right now? Says for 420. Oh, I wish. I can't give demons sex anymore. Now I'm home. Okay. All right, so for those of you who are listening and not watching, I'm glad I caught this. What was meant by that is he used to send me sex, spelled SEKS, which is a type of currency from Sweden, I believe, Swedish kroners. But he's not in Sweden land anymore. He's back in Ireland, which is where I am, maybe, possibly, who knows. He sent me 420 because reasons, which you shouldn't be reasoning in Ireland because it's naughty, but epic. So that's why he can't give me sex anymore. I'm glad I cleared that up. Probably made it worse somehow. Anyway, Purple Rain for $2 says he's huffing and puffing, just standing still big time. He's probably, actually, no, I'm not even going to say that because that is super, super gross. My Big Daddy for $2 says he's trying to make money on gore. Yeah. And you know what? That's not going to work on YouTube. They do not like that kind of shit. Gravity's Rainbow, thank you so much for the defamation shamrocks and a load of Irish flags. Really appreciate that. Let's see how many defamation shamrocks can I get in the side chat right now. It would be epic to get as many as possible. Let's play on this video here. Because it's Guinness. See, it looks like a pint of genius. Oh yeah, Kimmy, absolutely. I'm back swinging, baby. Yeah, sure you did. That's a lot of defamation shamrocks, guys. I love it. Yeah, don't forget the Irish Demon merch. And yeah, smash that like button. There's only 200 of you or so in there. Come on. Let's get her going. Uh-oh, defamation. Bob Nodell's gyroscope. Thank you, Bob. Most of you won't know what this is about, right? But Bob Nodell's gyroscope was one of the most epic creations in the history of the world, for reasons that I cannot get into right now because it would take too long and I would probably laugh too much. But can I just, for the sake of it, especially from those of you who don't know who Bob Nodell or his gyroscope are, please in the side chat, for this wonderful person right here who's been a subscriber for, what, 2 years at least? Like from the start, right? Can I get a thanks, Bob, in the side chat? I see it already popping up. Thanks, Bob. Oh, look, there's the Flat Earth people. Bring it on. Thanks, Bob. I love it. Love it. Let's see how many thanks, Bobs, we can get. And if they're mixed in with some shamrocks, all the better.
BRT 5549, Washington State.
Kimmy Dawn. I know what you're going for, Nimrod. I'll be sending the shades. Oh, that's the good old days, Keith. We're going to have to do like a throwback Thursday, I think. Maybe next week. Maybe next week we'll do a throwback Thursday to some Flat Earth stuff just for the crack. Good Bob.
Notice how the Seattle police aren't saying nothing to me at all.
Yeah, because nobody wants to be within a 20-foot radius of you, you smelly bitch. There's nothing wrong with my Bob. See, there's the camera crew coming in afterwards to film it after the person's been secured.
Who this is?
Hey, look, Glenn. Real media.
Ooh, another camera guy.
So I suppose the question on everybody's mind right now is, and I mean, no disrespect, but who the fuck is that guy necking the coffee over there? I mean, are we all kind of in agreement that he is probably with Glenn Cerio? I mean, he looks like he may be with Glenn Cerio. I'm not, I'm not having a go. I'm just saying, I've got a feeling They may have been roomies in Glenn's most recent accommodation, if you get what I'm saying.
We got 2 film crews. Too late.
Paul Rumor for 179 says, "Look, Glenn,
Oh, this
real
is Como 4.
journalist."
Como 4.
Somebody who knows what they're doing and
Which
does it
news
for a
agency
living
are
and not
you?
just for fucking clicks
Oh,
on
nice.
YouTube. Hey, Odin says, these people believe we should all live under, what is it? What the fuck did he say? Under, dude, punctuation, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's not an English test, but like, God, English, please. Anyway, these people believe we all should live under show me your paper rules. I think you mean these people should all live under show me your paper rules. No, it's called not being an asshole. That's all it is. It's not about, I don't think that anybody should be compelled to do or not to do anything in this scenario. I'm just saying it from a man's perspective to another man's perspective, from a person to a person. Don't be an asshole. There's a guy in the car in a terrifying scenario. Just show a bit of fucking respect. That's all it is. Back away, leave the guy alone, leave him be dealt with in the most appropriate way to protect his life and limb, and then do what you got to do. That's not documenting a crash scene. That's just being an asshole for YouTube. Document it, sure. If you must be an asshole, if all you want to do when you get out of bed in the morning, God damn it, I'm going to be an asshole. Go film it. Fine, go film it. Document it. Don't lie to us and then say that you're documenting it to preserve evidence or whatever the fuck bullshit he said. No. You document it. If something comes up, then you provide it to whoever it needs to be provided to. You don't just put it up on YouTube and be an asshole. Don't lie to yourself. Don't piss on my cornflakes and tell me it's raining. I think that's how that goes. That's how it works. Don't be an asshole. It's simple. It's really simple. It's not about rules or regulations. Look, I'm not even going to get into it, but a lot of you know what my politics are. I don't believe in stupid, pointless rules. Not at all. Not even remotely. Do I think that government have too much hand in everything? Fuck yeah, I do. Absolutely. But it all comes down to just not being a dickweed. It's as simple as that. If that was your family member in that car, yeah, maybe you would appreciate somebody documenting the scene for whatever reason, for insurance, for the police, whatever. It doesn't matter. But then to just go put it straight up on YouTube for everybody to see. That's a dick move, whether you like it or not. Now, I'm sure you're not going to agree with it because it goes against your soft little beliefs. And most of you that agree with this kind of thing just don't have it in you to accept when you're a little bit wrong. It's as simple as that. But that's fine. You know, whatever. Anyway, but I'm not bothered by it. Alex Sargent for $5 says, let's just read the plate. Can't find anyone's name using that. Glenn the Fool. They blur it for a reason in most cases. Exactly. But he's a fucking idiot. That's exactly what I'm talking about. No. I'm not. Sorry. I'm not having a go at you. Sorry. I mean, just in general, Philippe. I'm not saying it's you. I'm just saying people ask these questions all the time. And it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, there's a bit of decency, a bit of common fucking decency. That's all it is. He didn't have to release this. He could have released the part after the man was secured. Why not do that? That would have been fair. But no, they can't do that, do they? Anyway, moving on. Darth Vader just entered the building or what?
It's King 5.
He's not your flavor of journalist. He's not my flavor of anything. Smelly bitch. Not you, him. That is absolutely right, Stephen Kane.
They're going to do a training, turn this accident into a training. They're going to turn it into a training.
Well, clearly the guy on the right with the coffee is the chief fire inspector here. There's no doubt about it now. That's the new uniform. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Fancy Pants. Pretty cool, right?
Right, but he's explaining, like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen, like, this is probably one of the worst things they've seen, so they're going to try to turn it into, like, a...
Now, I'm sorry now for interjecting again, but and I mean this with great respect and decency in how I say this, because I have the experience of it from my own work in the past, not physically being at a crash scene like this, and family members who are involved in this kind of business and all the rest, business, you know what I mean? This kind of job, that is not even close, not even nearly the worst that these people see on a daily basis. Not even close. This is run-of-the-mill stuff that these guys deal with every single day. Not even close to the worst. Glenn Cerio knows fucking nothing whatsoever. He is a moron. I'm sorry, but he is a moron. There's no question about it.
Like, this is the worst.
I did see an interesting level of
He's telling him how to cut with the jaws of life.
Getting into the fabric, and that's what all so you got moved up in your mind, for your own thinking, like always go where you know, especially if you don't have any features back here. So if this picks up the weapon, this one right here, you can do one or two things. Casey was saying you can go low. I tried to feel it and I couldn't get in there enough.
Yes, it is. That is my DSM-5 diagnosis. He is a moron. I'm officially, yeah, why not? Officially diagnosing Glenn Cerio as a fucking moron. Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk. That is all. Moving on. Thank you, Dr. Sandy G. The D does in fact stand for doctor. Says, I second your diagnosis. Yes, thank you very much. I'm not arguing with you on that one, Philippe.
I didn't see everything, but there's some, like, wallet inside that door. I don't know if you want to take the stuff out of the door. Yeah.
You just know the tweaker guy's like, shit! I wish I saw that fucking wallet. You just know it. Good to see you, Cripple Rick.
Okay. And these cuts went really well. We got the doors off. What I was trying, I don't know if you guys saw what I was trying to do, but this guy all of a sudden ended up stuck in here. We could have got him out, but like the speed. I was thinking it would be nice if we could get.
It's just great to have you here, Wolfie girl. You don't need to worry about that at all. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. With the gifted memberships, sometimes you can get lucky if there's gifted memberships, but it's totally random. It would be nice to have a little bit of control over it, but at the moment it's totally random. But thank you so much though for just being here. Being here is awesome.
We would have pushed this if we needed to. Like if this guy's feet had been a trap, this is a simple push. Right? That would have been the any thoughts, questions? Okay, thought it went pretty well. I don't know the time before I getting executed, but
I never said there was anything wrong with making money. Just to be very clear. So Philippe says, why is making money wrong? It's not. It's not. You go out there, you grift, you do what you got to do to get by. However, I will then happily, gladly sit here making money calling you an asshole for doing it. Not you, I mean him. That's how this goes. And that's good by me. So simple. I hope that makes sense.
You didn't see the whole thing?
I did that. I was putting the coffee in his hand down, and I saw his legs.
Yeah, I was starting to think that too, Alex. I'm not reading that out, but that's hilarious. Oh, I'll watch. Oh, I'll fucking watch. Agreed, Blast. That's a good point too, actually. Very good point. Then again, mainstream media do make a lot of money off everybody else's pain too. Just, you know what I mean? Just being real about it. Irish mammy in the house. I think she heard me swearing, and she's probably currently waiting outside with either a wooden spoon, a broom, or in one particular famous case, a vacuum cleaner. Want some hell of a feckin' spoon, Canadian chick. Want a serious spoon. Yep,
That's actually a good coffee shop right there.
I have two. That I'm with you on that.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I think they make good Italian sodas, right?
I don't have timeline.
So I suppose this is the Glenn Serio's food review portion of the video. Jesus, Murph.
You know the other one by the laundromat over in the plaza?
Oh, the one that was started by the church and a couple other people?
Oh, was that made by a church?
Yeah.
Pilgrim's Coffee.
Yeah, Pilgrim's Coffee. It used to be a truck in the parking lot.
Oh.
But the church has like a half interest in it or something. Oh, I mean, it was a member of the church. And
I don't know where they get them from, Sophia, but they just...
Yeah, I don't like... They're too expensive.
Every time.
I bought a lemonade, it was like $8. They're crazy.
$8 for lemonade? What was it? Pissed out by an angel? What about $8? Although, I will say this. Everything is expensive in America, man. What the fuck? Like, even a can of Coca-Cola is like 4 times as expensive as it is here. It's fucking made there. I don't get it. But anyway, moving on.
Priced.
Well, they completely live off...
Cost of pasta as well. Holy shit.
Yeah, but they're making money off that shop. Like, that's not... And they got their own coffee now. Like, they're making money.
Yeah, he looks like the bottom half of Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. Logan Sandman says, dude better thank that tree. He's holding him upright. Yeah, and Glenn better go down to the Amazon or wherever there's loads of trees. Find whatever one is generating the oxygen that he breathes every day and frankly apologize to it for wasting its time. Anyway, moving on. Good to see you. I'm Dizzy. Always good to see you in the side chat. Hope you're doing really well. I actually would love some lemonade right now. Cop Watch Nation says, wow, 96% bootlickers on your poll. What, just because they don't agree with you? How the fuck does that make them bootlickers? I just remembered what my poll is. My poll is, if this was your family, would you be pissed? Most people would be, I'm sure. And that makes them bootlickers? Okay, bro. Weird hill to die on, but all right. Not sure how that makes people bootlickers. If you know me, and it pisses my viewers off all the time, I'm no fucking bootlicker. I'll call out who I think is wrong when I think they're wrong. I don't give a shit if they're wearing a badge or not. I don't care. It makes no difference to me. Oh, most people would be. Also based on absolutely nothing then. Okay, cool story, bro.
Just curious, you guys buy footage or no?
Occasionally, not as much as we used to.
Right, I didn't figure so.
Not,
Yeah,
but I'll
if
note
there's something
that.
that's like right in the
Thank
moment.
you so
like
much, Darcy. I hope you're doing well out there.
happening.
I mean, I caught him cutting the guy out, and
Oh.
yeah.
You look like he's gonna be okay.
He was in. I mean, it took like 15 guys to carry him out. Like
Nobody's oppressing
see
anything, though. Philippe says oppressing the freedom of others is bootlicking. God, have you people come a long way from like the War of Independence when you think oppressing somebody's freedom is saying, hey, that guy's a bit of a dick for filming that thing that we all agree he's legally allowed to do. How is that oppression? What? So just because you and people like you think that you should be able to go out there and just be assholes all the time, which you can be, but then it's totally not okay for us to go, hey, asshole, you're being an asshole. Why are you oppressing me, Philippe? You know what I'm saying? Do you see how it goes?
Or any injuries, but he was hurt every time they touched him. He was hurting. Like
It's
they had
like
to put a
Flat
neck brace on
Earthers
him.
Mark II. Am I
Like,
tripping?
I never seen so many firefighters in my life carry a person. He was a big guy. He was probably like 400
Some
pounds.
are lovely.
Oh, okay.
So I mean that contributed to it, but
Sure.
I
Thank
didn't
you
see
so
the
much,
driver
Deanna
though.
Back.
I
So
don't.
great to
I
see
got
you
here
out
when
there.
That was the passenger.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened with the driver.
So there were two in the car.
Yeah.
That's really good to know, Jenny.
That car has a donut.
Yeah, your mama licks my boots. How about that?
Yeah, that's not good.
They're not very.
Well, that's temporary, and if you're going 50, 60 with a donut, that's no good.
Well said, New York Yankees fan. Absolutely. Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm on that too. See, we can agree, and that's fine.
It's a nice camera. And
Whoa. Okay, I absolutely have to respond to this, and I am man enough to show you all my massive boots right now. Hold on. Now, this may shock and appall some of you, and I know I'm going to get, and I hope I get a whole lot of what are those in the side chat, but here it goes. These are my itty bitty boots. You ready? You ready? Now, all the Australians in the house are going to be like, yeah, I'm fucking wearing those too. But everybody else will be like, okay, is he a teenage girl or what? Ready? Ugg boots, baby, with all sorts of fuckery on them. But anyway, there's nothing itty bitty about them boots. And they're definitely not made for walking. I can guarantee you that. You ever see when teenage girls wear Ugg boots all the time and they fold out like that? That's not good for your ankles. I don't know how to tell you that. I'm no doctor, but that's not good for your ankles. But for walking around a cold house, beautiful. Magnifique. Anyway, lick them boots, buddy. All right, let me grab these super chats. Paul Room War Fraser for $8.99 says, for me, there are two types of human beings. Those like you, Irish, Blue Bear, and team that deserve the capital H on human. Sorry, that was a terrible pause. On the human word, and others that are just wasting oxygen. Absolutely. And you know what? Nobody's beyond, bettering themselves and being nicer. And, they might not feel like they have to adhere to our standards. And I get that. That's fine. But when most people can agree that you're an asshole, right? Not you. I mean, that somebody is an asshole. Then you're probably an asshole. Like if most people think that, then you're probably an asshole. All right. So, take that as it comes. But anyway, thank you so much for that, Paul. Really appreciate that. Paul Berry for $2 says, Luna, I'm filming an accident. Send me $200, please. Oh God. Hey, leave my fucking Uggs alone, man. It's pure comfort. All right. It's pure comfort. It's warm. It's soft on my tootsies. And it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Go to Australia. All the real men wear Ugg boots in Australia. But I love them. I don't give a shit. I'll walk my two tiny little chihuahuas with pink leads and Ugg boots down the road every single morning. And I'm quite happy to do that. And anybody who thinks otherwise can kiss my delicious Irish ass. It's as simple as that. And you know what? It's a mark of a real man to wear Ugg boots with pink leads and tiny chihuahuas and not give a flying fuck what anybody thinks. So now, there we go. I'm glad we covered that. Desert Chill for $1.99 says, you have a choice to make money in an honest, honorable way or by being a low-life, slimy opportunist. That's exactly it. And you know what? We'll take the piss out of people and have the crack and all the rest of it. And it's a bit of fun. But this kind of shit, like, come on, man. Have a little bit of respect for somebody. You know, that's all it takes. But thank you so much for that, Desert Chill. It's so great to see you out there, my friend. Paul Rumor Fraser says for 179, Philippe, you are free to not be a Wooly or a Wally or a Willy. Any of those, any of the above. Roisin says, I have wellies. Of course you do, you big feckin' culture. And yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely nothing but Ugg boots. I should have pointed that out. When I'm walking the Chihuahuas, it's just Ugg boots. Like, if it's a little bit chilly, I might put on the Guinness hat. But other than that, it's just Ugg boots. Free Willy job. Just Ugg boots. Mr. Binklesworth for $2 says, for also having two tiny Chihuahuas who are absolute darlings, by the way, but they're mean as shit. They're the sweetest little dogs in the world, but they are ride or die, man. Oh, those dogs, they're OGs. They are absolute OGs. Anyway, moving on.
On fire. Bauer. Titan 90, G90.
Good to see you, Casey Cooper.
Well, I think the majority of this is over.
Majority of this was over before you began, you loser.
Luckily, the airbag's deployed. Oh my God.
I mean, it can depend though. That can be snapped by an airbag.
Yeah, but you rather have that than your face hit the dash or the steering wheel. Yeah, because I mean, the likelihood of the airbag hurting you is a lot less than, the car injuring you. So, but the driver's gonna get in some big trouble here probably. Oh yeah, he was going. I mean, you had to have been going at least 60. At least 60. You can't do that in 20 miles an hour,
Yeah, the way that it's tucked off the center.
Lads, I just gotta be real. Like, when I had my car crash a couple of weeks back, my BMW, I got it back. It's being fixed as we speak. But like, I mean, the front end of mine wasn't far off that, to be honest, and it was a very low speed crash. So I mean, like, yeah, like clearly Glenn is a traffic collision expert. There's no question about it. So I wouldn't question his knowledge on the matter. But I mean, for fuck's sake, like, come on, man. Yeah, that's nowhere near 60 miles an hour. You fucking kidding me? Come on, man. Oh, unreal. Lord and Luminous Pooh, good to see you, my friend. For $5 says, if you say established titles doesn't make you a Scottish lord, you're committing the no true Scotsman fallacy, which is cool because you kind of are, because you're, what is it? It's like the appeal to purity. Anyway, that's a really good comment. I really like that. That's thought invoking. I really appreciate it. Good to see you, Lord Pooh. I hope you're having a great day out there, man.
like even 30. Like he's probably going 30 right now.
Is it Lord Pooh or is it Laird Pooh? Anyway.
That wouldn't do that, You're going fast.
Bob Nodell's Gyroscope says, Glenn is very, very expert. Oh, man.
You too. Have a good one.
Yep, that's exactly what he's doing.
Wow.
Okay, so that's another thing I would say. So, as I mentioned, my brother was a firefighter for years and then became a paramedic and crawled up the ranks there. And he has been to thousands of these over the years. And he always says that when you see it on the newspaper, on the news, the night of an incident or whatever, it always looks way, 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 way worse, right? Because, the roof's being cut off. I'll give you an example. I knew a guy recently, in the last like 10 years or so, who came upon a very minor one vehicle collision. Somebody just crashed into a fence or so. It was nothing major. And he got out of his car. He helped the lady out of the car, put her in his car to stay out of the rain. And when the fire brigade came with the paramedics, she said that she had pain in her neck. So they cut the roof off his car to get her out. Even though he wasn't involved in the collision at all, they had to cut the roof off his car to extract her from the car because she was in it at the time. And it's what they absolutely had to do, which is just, it's unbelievable. It's crazy. So it always looks way worse in the after photos because of the fact that the car has been cut to shit, basically. And so just bear that in mind as well, But anyway, moving on. We're nearly done.
Looker.
That's some riveting journalism right there. Riveting stuff. Oh, good to see you, Dale. I hope you're doing well out there, my friend. Hope you're feeling good, brother.
License plate is C33994P.
And what was the benefit in that?
There goes King 5. Right, that's the end of that show.
All right, well, thank you for that, smelly Darth Vader. All right, guys. Wow, okay. It's been an hour and 20, so we're going to get out of here in just a minute. Yes, regular streaming is coming back. I'm excited to be back. It's good. I'm finally feeling healthy again. I had a long run with I had really, really bad pneumonia. And it took a while to get over it. I'm finally like fully over it. I'm starting to feel really good again. Excited. I've got a really good video hopefully coming out tomorrow. We're going to see how it goes in the morning. But yeah, it is so good to be back. And I want to thank you all for joining me regularly. Like there's nearly 600 of you watching right now. And I really do appreciate that. Jadub has been a member for a month. Thank you so much indeed. And there was somebody else. Paul Morrison has been a member for 2 months. Says Glenn is the pimple on the hemorrhoid of life. Wow. Tell us how you really feel. I'm Dizzy. Good to see you out there, my friend. I hope you're doing really well. Yeah, Glenn Cerio is literally, I say this about so many people, by the way, he is like a hemorrhoid, a pain in the ass and hard to get rid of. All right, let me grab these last few super chats. I'm going to get out of here. It's gone past midnight, so I'm going to go away and get my lovely little butt to bed and definitely be catching you all tomorrow. So the schedule as it's going to be over the next couple of months, hopefully will build up, somewhat. It'll be a bit of a build up. It'll be hopefully back to having a daily created video, which I've been having so much fun doing again. It's just feels so good to get back into it. It's been a really rough couple of months, and it feels good to get back doing what I absolutely love. And, making people laugh is just what I want to do. It's just what I've always wanted to do. So it feels good to be back at it, and having all you guys here with me makes it all the better. Paul Roomore Fraser for 179 says, thank you for calling out clout chasers like Glenn. Thank you so much, Paul. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun doing it. We can put a funny spin on absolute bollocks. Thank you so much for that, Dale. It's so good to see you out there, my friend. And I did see your email as well the other day. I just have been very, 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 very busy for the last maybe 2 weeks in particular. So definitely I'm going to start getting back to people. I've got a few kind of office days planned for the weekend. So I'm going to sit down and get back to absolutely everything. Yeah, absolutely. Leeching is super hard, super fucking hard. We have to come on here. As you guys saw, I've been asking for super chats all night, right? That's how we go. Oh, that includes you too, Mr. Binklesworth. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I'll definitely be back to you about that because I'm so excited to give it a go. I have a few ideas that I want to bounce off you too. I want to see if it's something that we can work on together. It'd be amazing. Absolutely. I'm going to make loads of Glenn content. You need Glenn to make content. Have a look at my videos. I've got my top 4 videos. It's about 1 million views, maybe something like that. And none of them. Oh, wait, maybe there is one. Anyway, it's a lot of fucking fun doing it though, my friend. It's a lot of fun. You spelled your wrong. Oh, unless you mean your first is in my first. I don't really know. Anyway, who gives a shit? Who cares? I just saw Kathy Viking Queen White says, wearing my Irish Demon shirt right now. Who's out there wearing your fucking shirts, Philippe? It's a big deal. All these lovely people are a big deal. I fucking love these people, man. And then we got, let me see. Alex Sargent, great to see you again, my friend. For $5 says, I bet the driver had a medical emergency and they determined it best not to move him more than needed. That's quite possible. There's so many different things that could have caused that situation, but absolutely, that's very, very, very possible. Thank you so much for that. But anyway, lads and lassies, I am going to get out of here and I'm going to go away to bed. Roisin says it best. She says, Gurav Mahagad Agus Iha Untuk Agad, which means thank you very much and have a great night. And that goes for you all. And Dr. Nimrod might be 40 for 420 to finish us off for the night, says, this is just for Philippe Hemming. And you know what I'm going to do? That's about the right amount for me to go and get a couple of cans tomorrow in Lidl. And I'm going to sip them and I'm going to salute the wonderful Philippe. Philippe says nope. And I say, fuck you. I'm going to do it anyway. Sláinte, folks. Have a great day.